So if you've been watching my videos, you've been seeing that I've been using the STM32 Nucleo board and their HAL library. And in their HAL library, there is function parameters like this, variables like this, and you're maybe wondering what they are. So these are the dreaded pointers in C that everyone talks about. And from my perspective, it took me a while to understand what these were used for and why they were useful. I'm hoping to try and sort of explain that and clear that up with this video, and hopefully it'll help at least one person understand a bit better what pointers are. So a pointer is basically a variable which points to a location in memory. That's it. You can get the address of it and you can get the value of it. So the way you declare a pointer is something like this. So this is a pointer to a string, and a string is just an array of characters. You can get integer pointers, so that's a pointer. What else? You can do, I'll just do this. You can set the pointer and have its value as 5, and then you can get the value by just doing ptr, not the value. You can get the address of this memory location by this ampersand. And if you want to get this value, so if I went and used this elsewhere and I wanted to modify the value, what I would then have to do is use this again. We'll see this later, but this is called like dereferencing. So dereference the pointer, and if I wanted to change the value, I would do something like that. So you can find loads of other videos explaining this a bit better than me, but I suppose my point of doing this isn't so much as the what they are, it's the why you would use them. So you've probably used pointers already in C and haven't really realized it. So you can do this with a string and pass it into a function, or you can do this, and there's no difference. Those are the exact same thing. So if I just run this, it's exactly the same, and it'll have exactly the same outcome. So this print string is just printing each character one at a time based on the length. My new string has been printed, and if I do the same thing with this, there's a good Stack Overflow thread on this as well, and it does the same thing. So this is basically the exact same thing. You've used it before and haven't really realized it. So that's the first example out of the way. So I'm going to comment these out. I'll make this available on GitHub as well, if anyone's interested. So the next sort of more major role of pointers is to modify data. So whenever you pass a variable into a function in C, you're only passing a copy of the variable into the function. So in this modify value, if I had the same function and only had a data type of a uint8 rather than a pointer to a uint8, this function would then take a copy of this data, and you wouldn't be modifying the actual data passed in. So for example, let's say we want to, for whatever reason, well, in the HAL libraries the ST use, you actually need to pass in a pointer whenever you're using the likes of the UART or I2C, for example. And that's basically because you're passing in a location in memory that you want to store the output data to. So this is an example of what you can do with pointers. So you can pass in the memory location and modify the value, and just have the modified value as the output. So this is an example. So my num is set to 42, and then I pass in the address of my num into this modify value function, and then what I do is dereference the pointer and say change the value of it to 5, and then because I've passed in as the address, whenever we come back here and print it, we'll see that it's changed to 5. So if I run that function, I'll just put 3 breakpoints. So print the first bit is 42, And if we, I don't know if it'll go in, it will go in. Okay, so this value is 42. If I do that, it'll change to 5. And then if we can back out and print that, it's changed it to 5. So that's a way of modifying a location in memory by passing it into a function. And as I say, like, there's lots of other functions that would maybe require that you pass in a location in memory to use that function, so that the data has somewhere to be stored. Another example of why you would maybe want to use that is, let's say we had a bool as a return type and we didn't really have a way of returning the number as a return type. That's also another use case. So if you see here, like, these are the different HAL UART transmit functions as an example, and each of them has a return type just to say if it's okay, not okay, busy, error, or whatever. Then you also have these pointers been passed in. So this is a pointer to the UART handle, a pointer to the data that you're looking to transmit in this case, or in this case the data buffer you're looking to receive. So you can pass it in a location in memory, and the receive function will populate this location in memory. So that's where it's useful as well. Go away. Then that's that example. Hopefully that's not confused anyone anymore. So the last example I have is called function pointers, or they are also known as callbacks. And this is probably where pointers are probably the most powerful in C. And what they're mainly used for is making your code more extensible and scalable. So if you have a driver for 2 different accelerometers or temperature sensors, if you have a common interface, you'll be able to swap in and out that driver code or compile in and out that driver code as and when required. And it means that your code's more scalable that way as well. So I have an example here of my ability to compile in and out code. So if I set that to 0, it'll enable these functions, this PVA function. And if I set it to 1, it will enable this print value function. So all this is doing is basically me compiling in and out different functions. And so this is the function pointers here. So in here we have a common function pointer, and this is basically the function pointer name, and you need to pass in the exact same data types as the parameter and the return type for our function. So if I look at this function here where it's declared, it's an integer parameter and a void return type, so these need to match. You need to declare it with the asterisk, and this is the name of it. And we have this print variable value and PVA, which is just short for print variable address, just to show you that these names don't matter too much. It's just the parameters and the return type that matter, or the parameter data type I should say. So this is an example of if I had 2 different drivers doing, one does one thing and one does another thing, and the ability to compile them in and out. So if I keep that as 1 and print the variable value, if I come down into my main, this is where the function pointer is called. So I just pass in the value of 42, and in this function is set, or it's run down here. So this is basically the 2 functions that we can swap in and out. So they're doing different things, not drastically different, but different enough. So this first one prints the variable value. So it just says the value of A is, well, in our case it'll be 42. And this other one is printing the variable address. So it'll say the address of A is some value in hexadecimal. And this is basically where pointers are really useful in C. So I can show you this running now. If I just press play, I'll hit this breakpoint, and then if I look at the terminal, it should say the value of A is 42. Now if someone comes along and says I want this other driver, all I need to do is compile out the variable code, printing the variable value, printing the variable address instead. So just setting that to 0 means that I can run a completely different function based on whatever the user wants or whatever a customer wants or anything like that, and it'll print the address of A. And that's basically the last example of where pointers are useful. I hope that's clear. I'll comment this code up and put it up on GitHub for anyone who is interested. I don't know where I'll put it. I'll decide and then leave it in the description. Again, hopefully that's clear. If it's not, let me know in the comments. But that's me. I'm gonna go now and chill out. So bye.